This week on Tales from the Trophy Room, we're going to talk about how this giant buffalo ended up on my wall. First, let's look at the mount. This mount was done by Artistic Visions Wildlife Studio in Douglasville, PA. Aaron and his team are some of the best in the world for doing your taxidermy. I can't highly recommend anyone more than them.
I'm Aaron Simser, and I'm the founder of Artistic Visions Wildlife. One of the things that sets Artistic Visions Wildlife apart from other taxidermy studios is our dedication to big game.
And the buffalo is such a majestic and huge animal and just commands respect in your trophy room. I chose a very simple mount for that. I didn't want to do anything elaborate with the mount to take away from the pure majesty of the buffalo itself. So as you can see, it's just a straight mount, slight right turn shoulder mount. The way he's positioned in the room, as soon as you walk in, he's looking at you like you owe him money. So it's just an awesome piece. Again, Artistic Visions Wildlife, check those guys out. The buffalo hunt was scheduled to start in August of 2020. As we all know, nothing happened in the August of 2020. So the trip was rescheduled to 2021. We made our way over to South Africa via Atlanta, Pittsburgh to Atlanta, Atlanta to Johannesburg. And if you haven't been on that flight, it's a quite long one, but definitely worth the trip once you get there. Upon arrival, we were met by the FOSA gun permitting team. FOSA is the Professional Hunters of South Africa's association. They provide a service where they will help you import your weapons into South Africa and then also get them back home. And it is very much worth the fee for that. We were met by them at baggage claim. They had all of our paperwork. We walked right through into the gun control, weapon control building or room in the airport. We had our stuff within minutes and we're headed out the door, where we were met with a driver from the President's Lodge. It's a nice like bed and breakfast style place right in Johannesburg, very close to the airport. Since it was later in the evening, we spent the night there with them, had a nice meal, and then the next morning made our way to the north, more towards Madikwe Game Reserve. Our hunt didn't start right away. We had a photo safari planned first at Madikwe Game Reserve, and we were staying at Jackie's Tree Lodge. That'll be covered more in depth in a couple other videos. There's just so much there that we didn't want to pack that into this video. We'll do it in a separate one. So we stayed there for 3 or 4 days, and then we were picked up by the Motsomi team and taken to their first lodge. And on this hunt, Pam and I were sharing the hunting days. So we had 10 days total. I was looking for a buffalo, an eland, and a warthog. Pam had several species on her list, so we split the time back and forth. There'll be more to come on her hunts as well as my remaining ones. But on the buffalo hunt, let's stick with it. So we hunted a day and a half for some of Pam's animals, and then we moved camps to where we were gonna hunt the buffalo. Got into camp late in the evening, next morning, got up bright and early, and buffalo hunts start by going to the water hole first thing in the morning, checking for tracks, seeing if there's been any buffalo activity. If there has been, are they ones that we want to go after based on the tracks? So that's what we did. We get up in the morning, very chilly, something if you haven't been to Southern Africa, you may not expect, but in their wintertime, it is a little chilly. So guys were all bundled up. We're out looking at the water holes, looking for tracks, and they do a couple interesting things there. Once they've looked at all the sign at a water hole, they'll take a piece of brush and drag it around and wipe out all the tracks from that night so that the next day when they come and look at it, they have clean, fresh tracks to look at. Really cool. And then they do the same thing on the roads where we'll actually tie a piece of brush to the back of the truck and drive, as you drive down the road, it's erasing all the tracks that were there from the night before. So after checking a couple water holes, we did find a set of tracks that the guys were excited about and wanted to go after. So this is where the real fun starts in a buffalo hunt. Whether you're using a rifle or bow, in this case, I like to make it hard, so I'm using my bow. And we get off the truck, get on the tracks, and we start walking and walking and walking. So the plan is you're going to walk behind these buffalo, and at some point in the middle of the day, they're gonna lay down in some shade, and then you'll be able to catch up with them and hopefully sneak in within range and be able to get a shot. So this went on for most of the morning. We walked and walked and walked and never got close to anything until late in the day. We started thinking we were getting close. We're easing through the brush and you feel the wind kind of shift and swirl around a little bit. You hear people talk about feeling it on the back of their neck, which is never a good thing. And we had that feeling, and instantly the bush in front of us, 20, 30 yards, just exploded with buffalo running everywhere. I don't even think we got to even get the cameras on. It was so quick. And those buffalo were gone. So at that point, it was time to head back to the truck and try again another day. So this same process repeats itself the next day that we're hunting buffalo. Pretty much the same results. We walk through the briars, through all the nasty bush you can imagine. Still no buffalo. So we get to morning of day 4 on the buffalo hunt. We're starting to get anxious. I'm starting to get a little nervous. Time's running out on the hunt. And we take off and do the same thing we've been doing. And we find a good set of tracks. And we start following those tracks. And this time we don't go far, and the trackers spot the herd in the bush. They're 300-400 yards from us. We can just see bits and pieces moving through the bushes. You see black spots moving around. So we stopped, waited for a few minutes watching them, and they just started to mill around and more or less looked like they were gonna bed down for the day. So checked the wind, called the trackers, the PH, talked, decided on a plan, and so we started to execute that plan. So we were sneaking through, getting close. We get within 150 yards or so, and now the buffalo are bedded. They're bedded on the edge of some thick bush, and between us and them is grass about, waist high, maybe a little taller than that. That's our only cover. So our only option is to sit down on our butts and scoot forward one little piece of terrain at a time. I'm holding my bow with one hand. Pam's got the camera behind me doing a great job of trying to capture the moment and still slide along with us. But we just keep scooting on our butts, and we're going through thorns. Everything over there has a thorn on it. It's wanting to stick you. You've got stuff sticking in your butt. You've got it in your legs, in your hands. And we just keep going and going and gaining inch by inch on these buffalo who are just laying there, not a care in the world. They don't know we're there. So we spend probably the good part of 2 hours trying to get close to these buffalo. We finally get to within about 30 yards of the one that we want to take. And PC sends me out to the right a little bit from where everyone else is, where I can possibly get a shot at this buffalo. And the way he's laying, there's another one right with him. right in front of him. So we need the buffalo that we want to stand up and take a couple steps forward to the other one. We sat there for a while in that position and the buffalo aren't going anywhere. So PC decides that he's going to make a sound that's similar to a distress call for a calf buffalo. And he makes the noise and it works. The buffalo stands up.
Alright. Tell you which one, sir. Big one, say eyes. The young one. There's a big one who wants to stick up. He went down on the leaf, sir. Just stand up and do this. So you're gonna have a shot with this, huh? Whoa, cut up the pattern. Get in the lower board. I was hoping because here you could have shot over there. And was that exciting?
Yes.
But his buddy right in front of him also stands up and covers him up. I've got no shot. So there we are. No buffalo for that day. And we move on to day 4. Again, day 4, same thing. Tracking, tracking, tracking. Never getting in position. And then towards the evening, we decide, okay, let's split the tracker team up. We'll have one team go to one side of the ranch. We'll go to the other side. We'll look for tracks on where we can start tomorrow morning. The second team wasn't gone very long and the radio crackles back. Hey, we have buffalo. We see them. They're right here. So we jump in the truck and head right over there, straight for them. When we get there, we're looking into the sunset to where these buffalo are. Not the best situation, but we see the buffalo. It's our only chance right now for this day, so we're gonna make a try for it. We jump out of the truck, and since they're so close, we go with a minimal team. It's PC, myself, and Jeffrey. Jeffrey's got the camera, PC's got the double rifle, and we're out and we're after these buffalo. We stalk within 100 and 150 yards or so. We can only see 2 or 3 of the buffalo. They're in some pretty thick bush with an open patch in front of us. So PC decides to try the distress call again. Then he makes a couple calls and the bulls start coming out of the bush. And there's not 2 or 3, there's 9. They come out across the open and move into another patch of light bush that maybe we've got a shot here, is what I'm thinking. We've got some stuff to hide behind and we got some open spots. So PC and Jeffrey then began checking out the bulls to see which one, or if there was one that we wanted to take out of the group. And it turns out there were 2 bulls there that we would take. So we concentrated on those 2 bulls.
Now the one kind of walking towards us, but there's no shot. Let him step out into this gap. He steps into that gap, he's 24. So this one that he comes down.
Yes.
That's also a big old boob. Let's just see if we move this side. Maybe he steps on.
standing bad because I was in the hospital. Shoot any one of those two that guns over there, it can fight about close to 40. Either 39, otherwise 40 inches. This one always get down, and this one is walking forward now. Value 24, let the ones behind them move. There's still one down here. If he moves, you go right on the shoulder. You see the body starch? You just go up to about a third of the body. The one just behind the move. Okay. One behind the move. Right. Wait. Now it's on a bad angle. Sorry, that one pushed him. Come here. In here, facing up now, right here. You can just turn. Shot. He's walking, come this side. To me. Still this one kind of facing us. It's in a bad angle.
Kan jullie center chest kit?
I'm afraid that the arrow won't go through. I don't want to take that chance. Arrow doesn't hit as hard as a bullet. You see him? Keep an eye on him. There we go. Just checking this gap. So I think there's now checking this gap. Make sure that there's probably this gap. I'm going to arrange these big trees along. Right at 23, that tree. That will become common. And I'll just confirm it is old in it. I'll take them. Let me just confirm him. No, he's young. Leave him. There's an old one here. That's a young one. I think I can see another one coming here.
He's talking with the chapter.
This one here?
Yeah.
I can see him. There's that clean bill, yeah. Not this one, on right back there. Yeah.
And they're moving through the brush. They know we're there. They're a little on edge, but then they would go back to eating again and moving. So we just try and anticipate where we're going to be able to get a shot. So I'll get into position. I've got an open lane. If this bull steps out here, I've got a shot. If the other bull steps out there, I've got a shot. And it was like that for minutes, probably tens of minutes. Buffalo moving around. They'd start to come into my opening. I'd draw my bow back and one would step in front or behind of the one we're after. No shot opportunities, on and on. Finally, we get the one bull that we're really interested in getting. He starts to walk into an open spot and PC makes a noise to get him to stop so I can get my shot. I'm at full draw, I'm ready to go. He makes the noise. Instead of stopping, the buffalo turns and walks straight for us.
Stand up.
And at this
Right.
point, when he turns to walk, he's not 25 yards from us. And he starts walking closer, closer, closer. Both PC and Jeffrey are starting to yell at this buffalo at this point to get him to stop.
Yeah.
And he finally does stop at 7 yards.
So get in behind me. Come on. Maybe if I could shoot, get behind me.
Straight head on to us. I've got no chance for a shot. I hear the safety come off on PC's double rifle, and I'm thinking, oh no, my buffalo hunt's about to end right here with him having to shoot this buffalo to keep us from being killed. We kept our cool. PC says in a real calm voice, let's step back, and step back a couple of times and go around this tree and see what happens. So we did. The buffalo goes back to eating. He kind of forgets about us, turns sideways, starts to walk on the other side of the bushes that we stepped behind. We slide around, get in front of him a little bit, and he's walking parallel to us at no more than 12 yards. He is close, but he is broadside this time and not straight at me, so I feel much better. As he reaches the opening where I'm gonna have a shot at 12 yards, I draw my bow, and right at that instant, he sees me and stops. Now I'm at full draw, his vitals are slightly covered by this bush, and he's not happy. So I see that if I go down to my knees, I think I can get a shot underneath the bush. So I drop down, Jeffrey's on my shoulder with the camera, he drops right down beside me, and I've got a clear path to the vitals of that buffalo.
That was really good.
Yeah.
That was fun. That shot is perfect on the spot.
That was a little intense.
Careful, they're standing there. There's one walking back at us. Let's move away and give them time.
Yep.
Yeah. That was perfect, Nature.
Yeah.
En het geval.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
I think.
And I'm going through in my mind, this has to be the best shot you've ever made, or you're gonna die right here. So there was a lot of pressure in that moment. I picked out my spot, pulled on the trigger nice and slow, and the bow goes off, and I see that arrow smack him exactly where I was aiming. And luckily, he turns and runs away from us. And the rest of the herd goes with him. When we come back and look at that shot in slow motion, it really hit me how close that was. That you could see his eyes get wide, you could see the white around his eye, and his front shoulder starts to turn. He was heading for us as that arrow hit him. So another split second, this could have ended very differently. I used the holy shit, that's close pin. Woo. So we're walking up there and we can still hear buffalo in the bush. And we get up where we can see, and the herd hasn't left him. He's down, he's on the ground. The younger subordinate bulls in the group are actually beating up on him now that he's down and can't defend himself. So they did not want to leave. And we started yelling, guys are throwing sticks. They're not leaving. It's getting dark. And we really want to get photos with his buffalo and everything before it gets dark. PC pulls his 9mm out of his holster and fires a shot, and the buffalo don't even blink. They just stand there. He ends up firing several more shots into the ground, and they do move off a little bit. So now we've got this 2,000-pound animal on the ground. It's off of the roadway that goes through the part of the property there, a good 200 yards or more. How we can get this thing out?
Congratulations. Beautiful. Hold on.
Oh, na mo so this is bang. Pako.
What a beautiful beat. Yeah, that was takes you.
So the trackers get together and they get axes and saws out, and they just start chopping the brush away to get the trucks close. And also you don't really position a buffalo for photos. It's a little big for that, so you have to change the environment around the buffalo to get that done. So they go in, they're cutting trees to get the trucks in, one, and two, to get a spot where we can take nice photos. And a really cool side note on this hunt, PC contacted me a couple months after the hunt was over and said, hey, would you mind writing the story of this hunt for me? I'd like to submit it to the FOSA Awards, the Professional Hunters Association of South Africa's yearly awards program that they have. I said, sure, yeah, I would do that. I wrote the story up best I could. I'm not a writer, but I put that together, sent it off to him. And then in a few months' time, I got a letter back from him that he was selected for the bow hunt of the year for that hunt. So that really made it something very special to me.
Reagle Adventures, together in the wild.